feeling fast, so I came back home. I went to Federal Medical Center and
I feel like I owe this Ochanya girl, may her soul rest in peace, a responsibility to say something about issues like this. We have to protect the girl child. The girl child is a very, very like unprotected person in Nigeria, and we have this vagina, and they want it. Even when we are children, they don't care. You cannot trust a man around your child. Even you can't even trust some women. Everybody is dangerous, but especially a man. Please, parents, please take care of your children. Don't just let your girls just walk around. You have this thing they want it, especially when you are a child. They want it. They want it so bad, especially when you're a child, when you are naive and your prefrontal lobe has not developed. They will take advantage of you. They want to use you. Please, if you have a daughter, please protect them. You know what? Because like puberty can set in early, especially when these children are getting stimulated, and so much can happen. They can die. I know how many children like I grew up with that died, from things like this, from sexual abuse, from SA, from getting assaulted by family members, male family members. Like, it's very, very detrimental to a girl child's body, especially when they do not understand their body. It's so dangerous. Like, a judge set this man free, for killing this child. This man and his son walk free right now, because guess what? Because we do not protect our children, we do not protect our girl child, we do not protect our young, because we do not protect them. We let them, into the lion's dens to go and live with strange men. Even family, you cannot trust with your children. You have to always be there to watch your kids like a hawk. I feel sad when I watch the documentary and her parents are in pain. I understand that they are in pain, but they are responsible for this too, because how can you just trust anyone with your child just like that? How can you just trust anyone with your child like that? You cannot trust people with your children. And sadly, this girl is dead. She has died. She had VVF. It has to be some kind of traumatic, injury. It wasn't just sex. It wasn't just SA. It was a traumatic, like they were abusing her body. They were inserting strange objects, and they were probably using her both vaginally and through the anal area too. And she was a child. She was 8 years old. She said that the son started raping her first, and then when the sister found out and reported to the father, that the father started raping her too, and the both of them were doing this for 5 years. And you cannot tell me that her auntie that she was living with doesn't know. She knew about this. She probably offered this girl as a sacrifice to her husband and her son's raging sexual urges. And guess what? They actually held her responsible, for negligence. She was the only one that paid any kind of price for this. I think a 5-month sentence, But the son and the husband that did this walk free. They walk free. They have killed this girl. Like, it's so sad. So many times we see stories like this around us, around our family, around, close, people. We see it all the time. We see these stories all the time, and we always not pay attention. Recently, this kind of touched me, because recently I had to get an apology from my brother's friend. My brother was way older than I am, and he had a friend that was even older. And I realized, like, one day this guy tried to assault me, and he was threatening to kill me. He said that if I didn't, let him access to my body, that he would kill me. I remember fighting for my life, and recently I just got very angry, because I felt so unprotected, at the time of my life, and I felt like nobody held him responsible. The people that I reported to didn't do anything about it, and I felt like right now I have to get an apology and to let my brother know that he cannot be around a guy like this, because he has kids. I have to let my brother know that his friend was a terrible person, because if he loved you, he would not have threatened your sister with killing her. I was about 7 or 8, of killing her if she doesn't open her legs or do this to you, And I told my brother. I think he wanted to take it lightly, and I got angry, and then he confronted this guy, and the guy, he first denied, and then when I gave him the full memory And he was like, oh yeah, he now apologized for it. He sent me an apology, and guess what? It makes me feel better, because I felt so unprotected, and I feel like he had to be confronted, even if he's still doing something like that, so that he can realize, like, we are sentient human beings and we remember, and we can hold him accountable in the future. So I had to confront him for that reason. And he apologized to me. I know, and I feel better about it. We have to just watch our children. We have to believe them. We have to stand up for justice. We cannot continue to shut down, victims, and I also ask women, especially, who like watch things like this to happen, to know that you are the villain in this story. You are the worst villains of this story. I want women, to hold the men accountable around them, and to watch out for the little girls around them. Thank you. Say something about this. Share this. Let this girl get justice. I cannot believe that they let the father and son go free. It's not right. May her soul rest in peace.